I'm Dave Foord, and I'm going to show very quickly and easily how possible it is to set up a WordPress.com blog. This is what I use for my blog, and here you can see my blog in action. So I've got a post there where I've got some text, and then I've got an audio file embedded. If I scroll down, I've got some text, and then a YouTube video embedded. I've got images, more images. Here I've got some instructions on using maps. An image of a map. So it's quite a visual sort of environment, and I can also tailor the way that it appears. So in terms of I can tailor this top bit, what happens on the left hand side and what happens on the right hand side, so I can choose what sorts of things appears. So if we want to create our own WordPress blog, what we need to do is we need to go to the web address of wordpress.com, and you'll get a site that looks a little bit like this. And quite simply, we click on sign up now. Now when we come into WordPress, there's two things to remember. With WordPress, you first of all create an account on WordPress, and then you create your blog. And it's possible to have multiple blogs from one account. So the username that you choose can be any username. It doesn't have to be the name of your blog. So I'm going to create an account which I'm going to just call A6 Training, which is the name of my company, demo. I'm going to choose a password, and I'm going to repeat it. And I then need to put in an email address. Now it will actually send something to the email address, so it needs to be a live, real one that you have access to. We can read the terms of service, and then once we've read them, we can agree on them. Now if I chose the top option to give me a blog, it would call it a6trainingdemo.wordpress.com, or I could just go for a username, and then I could choose the name of my blog later. Okay, I'm going to go for the top one just because it's easier. And I'm going to click on next. Okay. Now it said that it will only allow lowercase letters, so I need to change the letter A to a smaller a. And we'll try that again. So it's given me that web address for my blog. So it's told me that the blog title will look like that. I can change the language if I want to. And I can then make it either private or public. Now for the moment I'm going to make it private. So I'm going to untick the box so that it doesn't appear on normal Google searches. And we go to sign up. So it's going to send an email to my email address to finish the activation process. So I'm just going to pause this screencast until that comes in. Okay, it took a few minutes for it to come in, but my email's arrived, and I clicked on the link within the email, and what that's done is it's taken me to a thing which here tells me that my account is not active. So it's told me what my username is. It's got the password there, although you obviously can't see it. And I can go to my site, or I can log in. So I'm going to go to my site, and it's chosen a design. What we can then do is come in and we can change the design. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to type in the word admin at the end of the address. And this is where I put in my login details that I selected earlier. And I'm going to log in. Now this bit looks a bit daunting, a bit complicated, but once you've kind of used it a bit, it's not as bad as it looks. You've got this as a dashboard, and you can do all of the different things that you want to do here. So, for example, I can start off by changing the appearance. This is quite important because blogs are actually very personal things, and it's quite important, the sort of presentation. It says a bit about yourself, and it makes it more interesting to your readers. So if I scroll down on the left hand side, I've got the option of appearance. So if I click on that, it then shows me lots of different types of templates that I can use. So I can just scroll down and just choose the one that I think would most suit the style of my blog. You can change these later, you can change them anytime you like, it doesn't really matter. Some of them have images at the top, some of them are clean without images, all sorts of things. Now I personally use the Kubrick one, it's simple, it's clean, it seems to work for me, but for this one I'm going to go for that one. So it's now changed the format of it, and it shows me how my posts will appear. This is my first post. And then I've got the things underneath with other parts to it.